because of the...
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
I don't know if you want to tell it, or...
That is a... Yeah, that was one of these stories where... Oh, okay. Where do I begin with this one? So I'm supporting this guy who's a client, and multitude of different issues going on with him. I'm not going to get too much into detail, but he was quite a high risk guy. High risk in terms of risk to others, you know. Known to carry weapons, known to do this, you know, multiple threats, has made very serious threats, being followed up by the police and stuff like that.
Very, very impulsive, unpredictable.
Very impulsive, very unpredictable. And do a visit one day. And I've been seeing this guy twice weekly. So seeing him twice a week, where I'm trying to sort of support him, do all these things, put plans around, try to get him activities to do, things to keep him busy and keep him well. I go this one visit and I take a student, and I have this very bad habit. I've got a very bad reputation at work for taking students to very interesting environments. to put it lightly, because I think it's great learning experiences, you know. So I take the student here, and we sit down and we're having a conversation, and he starts talking, and he talks about a lot of dark stuff, you know, a lot of scary stuff, a lot of, like, this guy has constant thoughts of murdering people, blah 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 blah, you know, and you know, and he's talking about it. About 10-15 minutes go by, and then I noticed there's a machete that's sitting next to him on the couch, but it's kind of in a way where there was a bunch of clothes, and the machete's kind of like half hidden in the clothes there. And I kind of noticed that, and I was like, okay, keep my cool. You know, he hasn't reached for anything like that, so I kind of just try and continue the conversation. But then I'm trying to wrap it up now. You know, I'm trying to wrap it up without making it obvious that things are that I'm feeling uncomfortable. Anyone in that situation, you know, doing that, and then, you know, and then one of my biggest learning, well, things that I need to change about myself is I have to have the last word. I have to have it. You know, there's just something about it, something about me in my mind where if I'm having an argument with someone, I have to have the last word, you know, or else whether I'm losing or not, you know, I have to have the last word. I have to say what I have to say. I have to say it. So we're wrapping things up. And as we're finishing off, you know, my student already walks out, you know, probably like 2 minutes before I finish everything. And as I'm getting up and walking, I talk to him, and I turn around and go, why do you have a machete next to you? Like a fucking idiot, you know?
But, Giovanni, this is how I see it sometimes. You know, part of the assessment, you know, is there's a machete lying on the couch in the living area. It's slightly out of place. It's not really where you would keep a machete, kind of like if it's in the, you know, in the garage, you know, with all your other tools and stuff, maybe, you know, but there's no grass or bushes. So
let me finish the story real quick. So I turn around and I confront him about the machete, because I was like, why do you have a machete there? Yeah. And he goes, why? What's wrong with having a machete? It's like, well, that's not a normal place to put a machete. And he goes, why? And he picks it up and he's kind of like waving around. It's like, I'm using it for gardening, and I just put it here, you know, and stuff like that. And then he marches off to the kitchen, and then he pulls out a bigger kitchen knife. It's like, what about this knife? This knife has been sitting here, and he's kind of just waving around. It's like, you know what? Listen, I'm going to go, right? I'm not happy with how things are turning out. I'm just going to leave. So I leave, get in the car, and my student's in there half freaking out. Because little did I know, she picked up on the machete from the very beginning. so she noticed it way before I did. So she's sitting there freaking out. Like, why are we still here? Oh my God, Gio hasn't actually seen the fucking machete. Oh my God. So she's in there freaking out. And, you know, and I don't blame her, you know. I mean, this shit could have gone either way. But, you know, at the end of the day, no one got hurt and stuff like that. So that was good. But it's one of those things where... you know, who knows what would have happened? You know, things probably would have been better if I just ended the conversation, walked out. You know, don't escalate things. But that's one of those things where it's like, I shouldn't have said anything about the machete. I should have just left, probably brought it up at another time. But you know, it was another thing where anything could happen. You know, anything can fucking happen. So speaking of anything that can happen, me and you have been having a lot of conversations about what the